So Jacinta has got a prophecy, and this time it's a death prophecy. It was bound to happen. You know, our beloved brothers from Zim, they always have a prophecy. They always have a prophecy. It's Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Ghana. If you don't get prophesied by these three countries, the prophets from these countries, they see everything. They see everything. They can tell you, right? They can just literally pick up the phone and tell you your battery right now is at 15%. In case you think you will arrive home, you shall not. Your battery will die fast. Those are the next prophecies we'll be getting. Yeah, no, just in case you thought your battery will survive. I prophesy. I prophesy to you now. I prophesy to you now. So, you may be wondering, who is this prophet who gave the prophecy? Who else now? Melontic himself. Mr. Melontic, the man who claims he has prophesied everything. If there's anything this man has not prophesied, I don't know. Okay? He listed out some of his early prophecies. He says that he prophesied that there was a South African player who was going to die. Mzansi magic actor. So he just prophesies deaths, basically. This man, that's it. That's all he prophesies. Deaths. So that's all. That's pretty. His page is doom. Like, I'm not even making it up. Like, if you looked at his post, he's claiming he prophesied this young man's death. I mean, like, this everything. Then there's a bunch of WhatsApps. Then there's doom, WhatsApp messages, and accidents. Hey, you are saying that accidents won't happen to you. It's like among them just prophesies death. So I'm just giving you the terrain so that you know what you're about to get into, what you're about to see. Okay, yes, let us not be shocked when this type of prophecies come, because is there anything that these people claim not to see? I do not think. Like I said, these people, if it was they would, if they had your number, they would just tell you your phone is going to die right now. That would be their next prophecy. That's if they have not even done it. Before we go there, a little bit of an ad break. Looking for an English teacher. For extra classes, please do email flightenglish@gmail.com for lessons, or to arrange for a sample lesson so that they can see how they can help you, whether it be a child that you have who's struggling in their studies, all the way up to adults, secondary, whatnot. They can schedule. If not, you can also WhatsApp me right here on this number, and I will forward over your details over to them. Thank you very much. Supporting this particular individual does support this channel directly. All right. So what exactly did Mr. Melontic say pertaining this prophecy, as he would want us to believe? He says, if Jacinta doesn't reform, that's the condition. That's the condition. I have questions pertaining this so-called word. If Jacinta does not reform and lives up to next year November ban, me from South Africa close my churches, close my bank accounts, burn my house in South Africa, and burn my my college. My colleges, you have colleges. If Jacinta does leave. No, that the part that gets me is the part where he says he owns colleges. You people are giving too much money to these churches. This man owns colleges, not one. So, if Jacinta doesn't reform and lives up to next year November. Ban me from South Africa, close my churches, my bank accounts, burn my house, and burn my colleges. If people ban, then you'll say xenophobia. Stop making commands that way. I see street gun, 3 shots in the chest, 1 in the... May God punish me if my word is... And it's very funny, you know, he used to be called Melontic. Now he's Dr. Obe. I wonder if he's about to become a Sango. What is it? First of all, we have no desire of such destruction. We have no desire of such destruction. And second of all, this is not a prophecy. You are speaking here out of emotions. Why is it that to you people must be dying? Like, that's all this man ever prophesies. People dying. That's all this man ever prophesies. Jacinta had a message that she sent out to the Zimbabwean presidency and the whole Nanhwa that's happening, because there is a situation currently happening in Zimbabwe.
Someone currently called Begimpilo Mbedzi. Begimpilo is arrested currently because they are planning to have a march on the 31st of July, which is a march that is to protest against the 2030 suggestion, which they've already put into legislation by the Zimbabwean government. And we stand firm as much to say that Mnangagwa must free Begimpilo Mbedzi. We cannot arrest civilians for protesting. The man didn't do anything. All he did was exercise his constitutional rights, as we do in South Africa. And this government of South Africa of ours, who always claim that they are in solidarity with everyone in Africa and they want Pan-Africanism and all of those nice things, why are they not insisting that Zimbabweans must be allowed to protest in peace? We find ourselves here because Zimbabweans run away from their government, who is ridiculous. And then when they run away, those problems become ours. So we are calling for Mnangagwa to let Begimpilo Mbedzi free and allow the people of Zimbabwe to protest freely on the 31st of July. The 31st of July.
Now, Jacinta is advocating for a man who's been arrested, if you haven't seen, because he dared to protest. He dared to protest the 2030 bill. So the 2030 bill, Zim 2030, let's see it. So the man went to protest this thing, and this new bill that they want to reform and whatnot and stuff like that is an absolutely terrible thing, because it wants to keep the president currently up until 2030, so to extend his period in office, basically. Now, there was a man who decided to protest, and that's what Jacinta is talking about. She's talking about an individual who decided to go and protest. And this man just stood by himself with a placard, and he said, so that Zimbabweans should stand up and protest this issue. And that man was arrested. That man was arrested, seen not long ago in pictures appearing in court, in shackles like he was a criminal, for just protesting to say no to this particular thing. The man has been arrested because of that. Because of his post that said they wanted to protest this thing, and then he raised it. And that's what happens. It will just die down. It will not go anywhere. They will just see it's just another day. It's another day. You'll see him, you look online, you'll see him appearing in court in shackles, all the way to his feet, because he protested. That's what Jacinta is talking about. So Jacinta is speaking for that brother who's dead. You are here telling us about deaths and what and all of that. That's it. The same way we had rights to protest, that man has right to protest. You couldn't be bothered about things that affect your thing. You are here telling us about colleges and and your houses and your what. That's our business with your house and your thingy. The politicians in Zim are jubilating. To them, it's a huge success.
So we still want him for an additional 7 years after, from 2030 to 2037. He must lead the party. That is what Harare is saying.
Given the fact that it is a bill that started as a resolution of the party.
Well, it is of fundamental importance to the development of this country because now constitutionally the president will remain in office as president, a commander-in-chief, a head of government until 2030. He will also then be able to complete Vision 2030. But for us as Harare province, we look at a continuum that beyond 2030 what happens. The president has done exceedingly well.
You will notice the goal is not just 2030. They are thinking about what happens after that. They're thinking about, hey, what happens until 2037? Let's hear your word pertaining that. You're here telling us about cars, your cars. Jacinta protests as a person who's, you're your own enemy. And we cast off your words that claim to be of the Lord, which they are not. Your words are not from God. Every single year, that's it. That's all you know how to do, to be giving death prophecies in South Africa. That's all Melentic does. No one will die. There will be another person die. Yeah, TV dying. That's it. You are a prophet of doom. You are a literal definition of the prophet of doom. Literal prophet of doom. This is what it looks like. When they say prophet of doom, this is what they mean. There are ills in the world. There are ills in Africa. You do not address those ones. You do not give those ones death prophecies. In Ghana right now, 5 Nigerian men were arrested. Wait for it. They were arrested after the government did an investigation and they found 22 other Nigerian men who they rescued in Ghana. In Ghana. Their own fellow countrymen kidnapped them for cyber crime, the whole Hwajes. Here is the clip here.
Nationals for human trafficking and cyber crime at Kwabenya, 18 victims rescued. Still on human trafficking, the Ghana Police Service has arrested 5 suspects for human trafficking and cyber-enabled criminal activities at Kwabenya, Accra, following an intelligence-led operation conducted on 12 July 2026 by the Cybercrime Unit in collaboration with the Anti-Human Trafficking Unit and the CID Headquarters Operations Unit. The 5 suspects are Chigozie Azubweke, age 35, Edwin Onyema, age 24, Kingsley Inwachuku, age 29, Henry Ebuke, age 32, and Harrison Godwin, age 26. 52 assaulted mobile phones and several wireless internet devices believed.
You can go and look at that. It's on KDN News. That's Ghana. So in a different country, people their own brothers, their own fellow brothers, fellow countrymen, they kidnap them. The government there had to go and rescue them. This is not a new. Someone will say, "Hey, Ricky, this is an old story." Maybe it's not an old story, rather. This is a very recent thing. This is a very recent story that just happened. That particular page is a very big page from Ghana, and if you go there, you will see that particular story that I'm talking about. They were rescued. They were rescued from their own fellow countrymen. This is a new story. It's not an old story. There it is there. It goes into detail. It tells you what notes the Ghana police, what armed, what. It goes into details. You can see the story right there. For you to not be, why are you not concerned about the things that are happening in your country where people, they are rejoicing over enslaving you people for the next 20 years? You are here giving us death prophecies for protesting. But when protesting in your country is there, you don't have death prophecies for those ones. But you know how to give death prophecies here. Why is it that you're hey, Oga, please, we are tired of your nonchalant behavior when it comes to death. We are tired. We are exhausted now. You've been doing it for long enough. You've been trending. All that. We don't want anything to do with your houses or your cars or your colleges. We should investigate those colleges. We'll find they are not legit. Are you registered? It's a question we are asking. We must investigate. Are your colleges registered? Okay, keep your prophecy there. You want to prophesy? Tell us about those ones who want to enslave your countrymen. There, you don't know anything about that one. You spoke this one out of feelings. Leave feelings, okay? Don't want anything to do with your house or your cars. Leave it there.